gross.
Cattail.
Cattail. Is that? Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Full cat butt.
Hello. Whoa.
Mic stand.
Just show me your whole room.
Whoa.
Oh, there's a little bit of thigh there. Cat toys.
Cat toys.
Back to Pat.
Pat. And back to Pat. Hey, how you doing today, bro? Good?
Yeah, good.
Any crazy happenings in your life this week?
Just dealing with the wildfire smoke.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Is it like cool? Is it like indica or sativa? What is it?
I think it's mostly coniferous in nature.
Because it's Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's been. The other day we were in. I don't like the air quality index because the coloring doesn't. The color of the scale shows that they clearly had to add something later, because it's like green, yellow, orange, red, purple, then maroon.
Shouldn't have been maroon and then purple,
right? That's what I thought too.
I'm not even completely against that. Like a darker red, a more urgent red is okay. Yeah. That's fine.
But you're right, because the scale up to that point, right, is like there's green, yellow, and then orange is red and yellow, right?
Yeah.
So then you would think that maroon, which is red and purple, should be like level 4.
Yeah.
And then purple should be like everyone stay inside.
I kind of feel like that's a slippery slope, the scale of that, because it's like it's not going to make sense. I don't know if do you guys have standardized testing in Pennsylvania when you were growing up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the state tests?
Yeah, we do.
They told us, so like we started that, and I feel like we started like testing or like starting to like try it in like middle school. Or maybe it was elementary even, where they were like, but they kept telling us, they're like, this doesn't matter. This is not going to count against your permanent record. We're we're getting you ready for the test, which is going to be in high school. Then it's going to matter. And they just kept telling us years of this, where it didn't matter. And then like, so what they really trained me for was, this test doesn't matter. That's what like it I know that's not what they were saying, but what they kept repeating was this test. It was almost like a selective hearing. They were just like, they're like, this test, it doesn't really matter. And then there's like a lot of qualifiers of like, but in the future, this will like, I think there was a girl in my high school that had like straight A's that didn't pass that test, that wasn't allowed to graduate. Like it was like crazy, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'll just drop out.
if that's what it comes to.
But like that's what it kind of feels like this scale is like, if they're like, why are they even warning you at like yellow and green and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, why are they even, if the scale is at the lowest levels and you're still just going to add levels, then even the worst of your assumptions wasn't the worst. So what's the lowest level at all? Like, why should you even worry? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they would do it to me.
So our schools were always, it won't hold you back, but you have to get at least proficient. Like, our schools were kind of explicit on it affected the school's funding.
Yes. Yeah, that was true. And which I also thought was silly too, because I was like, the worst schools get less funding. That's crazy. They should get more funding.
Yeah, I know. That was the worst. I understand what George Bush's intentions were with the standardized testing and No Child Left Behind.
Right.
But you're totally right, and it did the exact opposite. And also, every state got to determine what proficient was for their state. Yeah. So in like Alabama, right? Like, this is true. Alabama, Mississippi, that whole like Gulf of Mexico area, their
Florida,
Florida might have been involved in it. I can't remember what their standard was.
Yeah,
but proficiency for those areas was like a 600, which was low.
This is so bad. I was gonna say, I'm from Florida and I don't even know. Is that bad? 600 is a high number.
Yeah, that was low everywhere else. Whereas like this like areas that have, you know, access, like Massachusetts, New York, states like that, their proficiency level was everywhere else is like high.
Isn't it funny that
Like,
not long after our generation's dealing with standardized testing is when the Mandela effect came to be,
yeah,
where they're just like, isn't it just so scary how many people had this fact wrong? Isn't that
yeah,
crazy? There must be a
yeah.
thing, and it does. Like
All have
since
their own
then,
memory.
yeah, since then I have kind of gone into more of a possible alternate universe theory with that. And maybe the Mandela effect is just pointing out breaks in our timeline that don't feel right.
Yeah,
But I still go like, I think it's just the fact that standardized testing was told to us to be like, don't even worry about. Plus, also, I remember when we were testing, I found two correct answers, and my teacher told me this was the correct answer, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
literally both of these are in the text, so both of these would work. And she would go like, no, but let's see. Oh, okay, maybe that's why people didn't pass it.
yeah. It was also one of those. I don't. Did your school? So in eighth grade, everyone had to take a second math class that was just preparing for PSSA math,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
our state testing.
Yeah, I think
So
ours
we all
was
had our
PSA.
regular math,
Uh-huh.
and then regardless of what math you were in, so like in eighth grade, I was in algebra one. I still had to take PSSA math, and I had gotten proficiency or advanced on all of my tests because I'm a big fat nerd. Like I tested well, but I
Yeah.
still had to take that class, and
Yeah,
it was
I don't yeah, that's the stuff that like really the bureaucratic shit in school that really bugged me. I wish there
yeah.
was like cuz I feel like learning, this is going to sound weird, but like I think learning is in a way like cuz we talked about this with like the hive mind and stuff where I don't think knowledge and I don't think you can take responsibility for being smart. I think that the smart people are smart.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a thing. It's like I don't think you have control over it, like your sex, like your what you prefer to, what you're attracted to, things like that. I think it's like determining nature or
Nurture.
nature and nurture of like how you were brought up or your lifestyle. Because like there's plenty of people that like that was a whole movie theme for a while was like you're just like a homeless guy but you're really smart, and it's like yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter like what the way that George Bush was trying to fix the issue with education feels like the way a dumb guy would try to fix the education. Like that's like
yeah.
how I would do it. We'll be
Totally.
like, we'll give them more money. They're doing
Yeah.
good. Give them more money. Go, don't
Yeah.
give those guys less money. They need to learn a lesson. Like that's not. They're not learning. How are
Yeah.
they going to learn a lesson if you do it that way? So it's kind of silly to be like yes you read, yes you like that, but like I'm a person that I can't even identify with somebody that can just sit down and read books or read them fast or well or understand them.
No, I'm 100% with you on that one.
But
And there is like you know, there are different kinds of intelligences, right? There are the ways people learn that are different from others, but also some people are just good at taking tests.
right, and that's the other thing. Yeah,
Like,
they have
yeah.
that pressure, not the pressure, but they can deal with that. But see, that's the thing. They are really set. They're really good at school. They really get this. And then how does that transfer over? You know, like those people, you realize that no matter what, people's strengths and weaknesses always seem to like balance out somehow.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I learned about, I won't name the college I work at, but I work at a pretty elite college. It's got like national renown, and one thing I've learned for sure
Harvard
is
University. Just say it. Harvard University. Come on, Chris.
and what's very funny to me is working in the admissions office specifically, I've learned that some of the dumbest people you'll ever meet are incredibly school smart.
Yeah.
Like there are students who like when I look at their record and I can see like, oh, they were, you know, a 4.0 GPA. They took every class in their junior and senior year was an advanced placement course. They were in college classes their senior year. Like I can see all this stuff, and then I meet that person. I'm like, you don't know how to tie your shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
What
that
do
is
you
usually the
mean?
funniest thing is like how many times people like have to, or they're just forgetful, or they don't know. Common sense is a finite resource nowadays. Like
Well,
it doesn't exist anymore. Like people
yeah.
either feel like they're going to be told what they're supposed to do, or that somebody will do it for them or show them or something. Like we were saying, even again with the hive mind thing, like people are just waiting to be told what to do. And that's, people in school are really good at being told what to do. But once somebody stops going like, okay, here's when you need to be at 8 a.m. Here's like, if you don't have a personal assistant coming out of
Yeah.
high school, or you go right into college, even colleges, you give them that little bit of freedom. I feel like those are the people that end up like spinning out.
No, for sure. Absolutely. And you're going off of what you were saying earlier of just like anyone can be that kind of smart. You just have to learn how they learn, right? You have to learn how you learn.
That's what I was going to say was in school, it wasn't just as black and white. Like all of these, some kids may have just not given a shit, but it
Yeah.
was me that was like, no, I'm here every day. You guys are just doing it like this stupid blanket way that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Like I genuinely, I think you would have been you were the type of student that would have been very successful in school if you would have had a teacher that just had conversations instead of a teacher who was like, read this in your textbook, then
Yeah,
do
you
this
the work.
assignment.
Yeah. When I would go to school and they're like, you read this chapter, I'm like, you read the chapter. You're at work.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just going to sit at your desk while I quietly read at mine.
No,
That's not fair.
not how this goes. Teach. Go.
Yeah. I think you would have done so much better in a program like, or in with teachers who are all conversational.
Yeah.
Right? Like, not to toot my own horn, but it's too early for toot my own horn. I haven't gotten enough water. I haven't gotten enough. Yeah, I haven't gotten enough water in me yet to toot my own horn.
I need to wet my whistle.
But I never once in the 7 years I was a public school teacher, I never used a textbook. I never told my students like, here you go.
Yeah.
And there were times where like the administration at my school were like, why don't you use a textbook? I was like, because they're not going to learn anything with it.
I didn't do a goddamn thing with my books. When they're like, take your books home, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just have a heavier backpack for a day and a half.
Yeah. No, I was like all of the information. I was like, I once got audited by the administration because they didn't trust that I wasn't using the textbook at all. And I was like, all of my notes, everything I present in class is taken from the textbook. I'm just not having them do it because they aren't going to care.
Right. They're not going to put the actual effort into it. If I want this to be conveyed, I need to do it in this way because otherwise it's just going to be kind of a waste.
Yeah.
Which is true. I can vouch for that.
I was also always a firm believer of like, fall behind on your lesson plan if they click with something. It doesn't hurt anyone. Like if you're teaching a specific thing and they are very interested in some part of it, dive into that.
Yeah.
Like give them all the information they want about that thing. You'll catch up on everything else later on. But if you show them like what they're interested in and talk and like show you can focus on that and like divert away from the plan, they're going to be so much more invested later on in the shit they don't care about because they want to find the next cool thing.
Right. Yeah. I would like to have like when there was a video or something on the subject we were talking about, it was a lot easier for me just because it didn't seem as boring and it was well produced, and it wasn't like a thing. If the teacher's not invested, then it's going to be really hard to convey that. So, and then just going like, well, you figure it out or you read it, that is the exact issue. That's the problem. That's why people have issues with teachers. It's not the teachers like you. It's the teachers that are in that position that are just like, that have given up. And I think it's not like it's not it's not saying that like you're wrong for that, because I understand like the limitations and the stresses of being a teacher, but
Yeah.
it just sucks that like it sucks that every profession in the world I wish was closer to teachers, because if doctors got into being a doctor because they just really were passionate about like healing people, and it wasn't about like money or even the ego of being the best doctor or the most prestigious heart surgeon or something, it just stinks that shows about about like doctors and nurses are more accurate than like teachers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
But we're not here to talk about teaching today, Chris.
No.
We're talking about disclosure.
Disclosure.
Also, I'm a little dyslexic.
Have you seen, I haven't seen it yet, but have you watched the Disclosure Day movie? I've heard it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I heard it's so strange to me when I don't know if they ever, this is actually perfect because this goes into my first bit of evidence I have today. But when they choose to market a movie and they like purposely mislead you. I don't like that. So like what, like I saw the previews for Disclosure Day. Very few, by the way. I didn't see a ton of advertising for it. And that's the strangest thing about it. They must have known it was going to either flop or I don't even know if it flopped. Because I heard some people say they did like it and other people, but then I've heard it summed up this way every time. I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
I have not. No, I want to, but yeah.
I still want to see it. But they said it's like they redid E.T.
Yeah, I've heard it's very corny. A lot of what I've heard was like, if it came out 10 years ago, it would have been great.
Right.
But now we've kind of like also sort of jumped the shark on things.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite theories that I heard is that it got rushed because of actual disclosure happening this year.
Oh.
Like it wasn't a finished product when they started making it. And they felt like they rushed it because Trump was doing disclosure. Like he was releasing all the alien files.
That was it. Yeah. Because like that's essentially what we wanted to talk about today was the most recent,
July 10th
release of all the evidence and shit like that. I think, but with Disclosure Day, they were doing this thing where they made it look super dramatic and super scary, kind of. Yeah. So if you're having this family, or not even family, but like a nice, sweet alien movie, I don't even know if it's PG-13 or what it was rated or anything, but
yeah,
I would assume everything's PG-13 nowadays. It's crazy. PG-13 means you can kill as many people as you want as long as you call them mutants or aliens.
And you only say fuck once, and it can't be about sex.
And I've never noticed that unless they specifically have the thing where like the music drops, the camera cuts in, and then just go, this is gonna be fucked. They make an event of it. It's so stupid. But I think that's like I don't even know if they use the F word thing anymore. They don't even use that like liability. They don't say fuck. They just kind of go. They just do it to where they make it justifiable to kill as many. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I remember when my friend told me, he said like, yeah, I let the kids watch the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think this was a little bit after the pandemic, so they're still like single digit number kids, you know what I mean? Maybe not teens or double digits. But I was like, really? I was like, there's like a ton of pretty dramatic deaths in that. There was one where the ship crashes. I remember there's a really specific one where the ship crashes and they like onto like this planet, and like he like drowns him under this like clear water. I'm like, it's like some of the most crazy deaths ever, and they're just like, yeah, well, but he's like an alien, so it's not. Don't worry.
There was no blood.
There's
what
no
matters.
blood. It's like, or it was green blood, and that's not even real. It's not real. So I do think that's interesting, but they specifically marketed Disclosure Day as this crazy, scary, like almost Independence level alien movie. And then everybody went to see it, and it must have been a sweet, cute movie that the visions didn't match. Whoever did the marketing and the actual movie didn't seem to see eye to eye. But I think this movie that I'm thinking about. I don't even know what the movie is, but have you seen any of the James Franco videos?
No, I haven't, but I'm very interested.
So he's been, I don't know, I'm on his Instagram right now. First of all,
Spiraling.
I thought he was like, didn't he get like canceled?
Yeah, he got like super canceled.
Like super canceled, right?
Yeah.
So to choose him as like the lead of your campaign, unless he's making this movie, that's the only thing I don't understand. But he's been making videos. Here, let me pull this one up. Oh wait, not yet. Content only. I'll make sure of that. There we go. So yeah, this is the video that I'm referring to, and it just says the day is here, 7/13. More footage dropping soon. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's James Franco in his house, and he's just. First of all, I think the issue that I have with this is like, it's so obviously fake.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when Kevin Spacey came back and he was doing his
he was Frank.
Yeah, he was from House of Cards
From
or
House of
whatever.
Cards.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm just doing this, and I don't understand what's happened with that Kevin Spacey fella." And blah, blah, all this weird shit. Where you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
This is a weird thing that I don't really understand. I think I shared the sound, so let's see.
7/13. That's July 13th. Today. I promised you I was going to reveal something because I found something. It was
also somebody that's an alleged offender of sexual assault. Possibly that's not what you want to hear.
No,
so
not at all.
Thrust upon me. I didn't ask for this. Now, I've been through a lot. Okay? I went on social media.
Well, by the way, did you see that cut? Did you notice that cut? I've been through a lot, and they're like, "Hey, man, you
can't.
For the respect of the victims, maybe you just we'll cut all that stuff you just said after that."
Yeah, we can act like you've been through a lot with this fake thing.
yeah. Can we just get back to the promo, please?
Talking about, I didn't want to do that. Okay, I didn't choose this. It was thrust upon me. I saw something, and I thought, you know what? I can't keep this quiet. People have said I'm crazy. People said I'm trying to, I don't know whatever.
By the way, terrible acting.
Yeah, not good.
I don't think you realize, like, once an actor is not on a set,
if they're saying their own words, it's bad.
Yeah, if they're like, hey, just like improv that you don't know what's going on, and no, too much, pull it back. Like, they need direction. So like, I don't know if there was a director here, but
whatever it is, you know, I've been through a lot. My account got hacked twice. People trying to shut me down so that I don't get this out. Okay, but I need to get this out. For that very reason that people are trying to stop me, for that very reason, I fought to get the account back, and I felt like I owed it to you, to the people that are following me and are, you know, trusting that I in
bro,
fact am.
Get to it.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is him. Like, again, it's asking somebody to improv that's not good at improv. And it's like, it's just this weird, like, I've been through a lot. My account, it's basically, they probably said, hit these beats. You've been through a lot and your account got hacked, but you're here to do this. And he's just like, okay, cool. And he's just repeating those.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have material behind what I'm saying, right? I'm putting my money where my mouth is or whatever. Okay, enough. Here we go. 7/13. You wanted it. Here it is. I delivered.
By the way, does it kind of look like this is being like superimposed on here? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It does look like it's being green screened on there.
Oh, a donkey? Nope. Like, obviously, alien, like, fake finger gloves.
Yeah.
Super bulbous, big old gray aliens. This is probably him, by the way.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
I didn't even think of that till just now. I think it's him in an alien costume.
Yeah, 100%.
But it says
It sounded. You could tell from the noise
Yeah.
it was making.
Oh, did it make noise?
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
didn't you stop it? Did it stop?
Enough said.
And it says a lot more footage dropping soon. It gets very crazy.
Yeah. It's got to be a movie.
Yeah, it says, and then underneath it's also edited 4 days ago. Hashtag James Franco, hashtag actor, hashtag 2319, hashtag alien, hashtag TikTok. I don't know.
Look,
Looking at his IMDb, this is probably the untitled James Franco studio project.
Do you think so?
That's my guess.
And is it due to come out soon?
Its production is unknown.
Ooh, mysterious.
and
Same TikToks on this one. Edited
Yeah.
2 days ago.
I don't know. The response is a little not what I thought it would be. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I am going.
Also, the frame of this, I have not seen this video, but the frame of this, how he's standing right here in this open window here, and him saying, guys, the response isn't what I thought. I really thought you guys would believe me, but I just don't know what I can do to what's that?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be a thing behind him?
100%. It's
I
got
have
to
not
be.
seen this video.
Okay.
I've only seen that other video. I want to see if
I thought if I released my security footage that,
security footage. You know how like the angle of a security footage looks like it's being filmed from the back door of another house into the mother-in-law suite. You know how that is. None of it was up here at all, where a
Yeah,
security
it's
camera
all at
would
eye
be.
level.
All of it's at eye level, and I think some of the cameras were moving.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
that would be it. Everyone would see that I wasn't making this up, but reading the comments and I see that everyone thinks, I'm still crazy. And but this is a big joke. And
All the
It's like it's so either it's a joke, maybe it's a Seth Rogen, James Franco alien thriller.
I don't think Seth Rogen's working with James Franco again. Seth Rogen he's too Mr. Hollywood now. He's got an Apple original series. He's got a big production company. He's kind of a serious actor. I don't think I would be shocked if although I guess he did do a movie with Aziz Ansari, but we ended up finding out that Aziz's crimes were
that really was nothing, man.
too far. Yeah.
That's crazy.
His was definitely the one that I do believe was like, come on, like he just didn't read the room. Like, yeah, that's awkward.
It was, and I'm not even doing the thing where I'm gonna go, oh, it was it's bad date or anything like that. No. It was just two people that didn't end up clicking and didn't work, and he didn't realize that. He's a dummy. But also James Franco, I'm pretty sure. I don't know the allegations, but if I remember correctly, it was real
Substantial.
Real. Yeah. And again, we're not here for that. We're just here to say James Franco, I think, unless it's a comedy, and that's the only thing I can think is a possibility, is that he's doing a alien comedy movie thing. I have no idea. But like that was so in much in the sense that like Disclosure Day, the movie being maybe possibly rushed because of actual disclosure, it feels like he's trying to like kind of like benefit from the disclosure thing with obviously has to be a silly alien movie, because this doesn't seem real.
So here's something that I was thinking of based on the kind of shots that we were seeing in the alien video.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the Buddha Boy days, what was the documentary we watched about the guy who was riding his bicycle to work, had all that alien footage, and then ended up getting arrested for child sex abuse material.
Yeah, I can't. Damn,
What was his name?
I can't remember.
Me neither.
Damn. Is it?
Hold on.
It wasn't. No. Oh, fuck. Was it? It wasn't the guy that did Skinwalker Ranch, right?
No, it wasn't that guy.
Because that guy, I think that guy's still around. James.
Yeah, Jeremy
Corbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy sucks. But it does suck that most of the alien disclosure people suck. So I guess James Franco is in the right.
Well, I think Jeremy Corbell did himself a favor though by Stan Romanek.
Romanek. Yes. Okay. Yes.
I think here's my theory.
Okay.
James Franco, in the same way he did The Disaster Artist, which was like a fake, a mockumentary about the making of The Room. I think maybe it's too deep of a cut, but I think he's doing a mockumentary on the Stan Romanek situation. I think he's making a comedic Stan Romanek movie, which I don't think is good.
No.
Based on the Stan Romanek story.
Also, the Room one wasn't great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all. You know, one thing I think, this is me being maybe a little like I don't know, woke. I don't know if woke's the right thing, but the one thing that I think is kind of shitty and irresponsible, what he's doing with these like fake videos and like acting like people are trying to silence him, is that there are all those conspiracy theories out there right now about all of the people who are getting killed for, like, people are saying like Oliver Tree got killed because he discovered something with aliens at the Antarctica base. Mm-hmm. When he was filming his documentary.
Did you know they were doing a documentary? And you're like,
yeah,
really? And then you look into it and you're like, no, they weren't.
I will say that's what's kind of weird is Oliver Tree actually was.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm thinking of like Chester Bennington, who like he killed himself and everyone was like, he was about to blow the lid off of this national child sex abuse ring. Mm-hmm. And then they said the same thing about Chris Cornell and all that stuff. And it's just like, it feels a little bit like,
did I ever tell you
too flippant with that?
I always go the opposite way, because I think the same thing that you were saying about like, oh, this Cornell and Chester Bennington or all that other stuff. I feel like because I heard a different theory that makes a lot more sense with those deaths, and I don't know about anybody else's, but like that they're usually recovering addicts.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And the feeling of autoerotic asphyxiation apparently mimics the same feeling or chemicals are released that like you get when you're high on heroin. It's
that's
like kind
interesting.
of the same like relief or endorphins kind of thing. Yeah. So possibly they were both chasing the dragon in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were chasing the jerkin. Allegedly, possibly. Which is a nice, sweeter story that makes me happier just knowing that they were just trying to catch a cum, and they ended up, finding death, as opposed to like them like, I'm finally gonna bust the lid off of this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I don't.
Either way, they're jerking off in my story.
Yeah, I don't. I don't buy into the whole
Oliver Tree was on the helicopter going, rules.
that shot into the pilot's eye.
And he goes, whoa, esto es mío.
I don't actually believe those
it's
stories. I think it's sure. It's also a possibility that the possibilities are infinite, right? But like, I just think it's irresponsible as a celebrity when there are accusations out there of people making celebrities disappear for things that you're like, they're gonna come for me next. I'm telling you, as a promo for your movie.
Yes,
like that feels.
At least a NASA scientist is like is an odd thing.
Yeah,
and like certain things like that where you're like, these are people that worked in space propulsion and they're all dying mysteriously. Yeah, that's actually a funny thing. Andy and I had an idea for a shirt because we always talk about conspiracies and things and how lazy they are. Like they're doing it right in front of you, basically.
Yeah.
And how many times people are suicided for themselves, you know what I mean? Like they're taken out into a field, you know, they're tied with their hands tied behind their back with 2 shots to the back of the head, and they go like, suicide, classic suicide.
Yeah.
So like we thought of an awesome shirt of a black and white of like a guy crying in a field with his hands up like this, with guys 2 guys in black suits with guns to the back of his head, and says, quit shooting yourself.
That's good.
I just have to design.
like
I have to
that.
get somebody to design that because I can't draw that. But
That's very funny.
but this is, I think you're right. It is a little dissensitive. Insensitive? What?
Yeah.
Insensitive.
Insensitive.
I feel like it's non-sensitive, personally.
It is
He's not
a
being
bit.
sensitive. But to say, even that, those people are still dead. Whether they were killed for whatever that happened. You know what I'm saying? Him at least evoking that feeling is a little, but it's within his, you know, MO, because it is predatory.
True.
You know what I mean?
But
he is being
and it's
opportunistic.
I was gonna say, it's not like those are niche enough conspiracies that like I don't think it's unintentional, right? Like I don't think it's a coincidence that he's saying
Yes.
he's
Yeah. Yeah. He's not just choosing a trope. He's choosing that specific trope, and real people have actually died in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. I actually really wanted to. I really tried to mock the fact that, like, what do you expect? You're going for a helicopter tour in Brazil. Like, how good are Brazil's safety regulations? And I actually found out there's more helicopter crashes in America than in Brazil.
Yeah. I mean,
But I also think that's because we have more. That's just me.
Statistically speaking, helicopters are truly the most unsafe method of travel.
Right. That's why the Kobe thing happened. I was just like, well, what do you expect when you're a fucking millionaire that does nothing but travel by helicopter because you're too good for traffic? That's totally fine. I totally get it. But you're the one choosing the crazy. It's like people that get into motorcycle accidents. Brother, you chose this. It's like, it is very dangerous. It doesn't make it any less sad. It just makes it way more likely. It's just like the thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, to go like, oh my God, can you believe it? Yes, he rode a helicopter every day.
Yeah.
Like people in war don't even survive it that much.
Yeah. No,
Like-
you're absolutely right.
And they're trained to do it. So like this guy, he had a pilot and everything, but I digress. It is mysterious. I hate when like a celebrity dies and it's not just a death.
Yeah.
Like I think there's way more craziness. Like I don't know if I don't want to say MK Ultra, and I don't want to say anything like that because that does make me sound crazy. But like Rob Reiner getting stabbed to death by his kid out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think it's
that's like, wait, what the hell? And he's one of the most outspoken people, and has money and influence in the society and shit, you know?
Yeah, but also I think growing up wealthy, like people, I think that it would be interesting for there to be a study done on this, and I think eventually it will happen. But the amount of people who grow up wealthy and have severe antisocial behaviors, I think is pretty high. And I think his son is probably just crazy, rich, and spoiled, and not used to not getting his own way. And now as an adult, they're finally like, they were just like, dude, you gotta fucking stop.
You want to talk about
Like,
studies, brother?
You're 25.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
enough. And he's like, I'm not.
It's your fault. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, I could see that being. I could also see it being like spoiled, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like crazy. But I do understand what you said. Like, and it's still just interesting that like when things are getting so heightened, and also could be society playing a factor in his mental health as well. Like him going like, there's how many mass shoot. I had a weird thing with. And pardon my, I know that you're somebody that frequents schools, but school shooters and fertility, like what is it called? When you get like IVF is no. What's the thing where you get the thing where you get the babies put in you, where they take the sperm, in vitro, that's it,
in vitro IVF.
So that's like I think that I would like to see a correlation of how many people that were conceived via that, any kind of assistance, people that weren't just, and I'm saying that because I wonder if there's a weird, this is a weird possibility that I'm giving this to Christian.
Yeah.
I'm giving you this one. I'm not even Christian, but I'm feeling like this. I don't understand why this isn't a narrative already, where how many people are brought into this world that way that are actually turned into that turn into that they were like, it's like basically nature saying, no, this wasn't one that was supposed to be here.
I love that as a theory.
As a theory, right?
I think the number's probably 0.
Oh,
Because IVF is super expensive and school shooters very rarely come from wealthy families.
right. Yeah, the one in Connecticut, sure. Come on, bro.
His mom was a teacher.
Right, a rich
So they
teacher.
weren't- they
she
weren't
had all
super
those
rich.
kids paying her money.
I love when I get to back you into that corner.
It was just a weird thought that I had. I was like, "There's no,
No.
I don't know." It's just
It
because
is
I'm like,
interesting.
I just find it personal. Like I've always had a personal issue with that of being like, I don't know, man. There's just like a lot of people around. There's already a ton of kids that are not.
There's tons
here.
of kids that don't have families.
Right.
Also, just like take one of them.
And it actually came from crowd work I did once. That I was like just super mean to a lady once, and it actually kind of I projected it back to myself of saying like, well, I haven't had a natural baby so far, so maybe I'm just not meant to have a baby.
Yeah.
And that's not. I'm not saying God wise or anything nature wise. I'm saying naturally,
Yeah.
my body is telling me, nah, you no, no.
You don't get one of these.
Not this. And like it's not like finding, because that's my main issue with so many religions is they create these strict rules and then immediately try to figure out loopholes. So like,
Oh yeah.
the same thing with this, where I feel if I had this lady interrupt me because I was doing a C-section joke, and she goes, I was a C-section and my son is a C-section and my mother was a C-section, and I said, lady, take the fucking hint. God does not want you guys to reproduce.
Yeah.
He's saying, keep it. Nope, you made it. Keep it in there. No,
Tighten it up.
you're like it just feels like your bodies weren't made to reproduce. Stop spitting in God's face. I think he's getting pissed and he's Manchurian candidating us. But you had way more legitimate, I think, disclosure evidence. Is that correct?
I've got a handful. I've got some interesting stuff if you want to dive into it.
Yeah, we can get into it. I feel like we're all over the place today, but I feel like it's in our nature, you know?
I'm going to start with some stuff that I have that's outside of the disclosure stuff. This is one that I came across my desk that I thought was pretty interesting.
I like this.
And these are images taken from the Mars rover.
Oh.
So you've got this one here that caught
Yeah.
whatever it looks. Honestly, I can't zoom in. That's lame.
Ugh.
It looks kind of like a bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
it's got a very interesting. Let me see if I can open just the image in a new tab.
It kind of...
Nope.
Whoa. Brother, this is the same issue I have all the time on every podcast I produce.
But yeah, so there's this image, and then there is this one that caught something here in the top right corner.
Yeah, see, this is the stuff. Okay, so when we're on Earth, or when we're in our houses or anything like that on Earth, I feel like the same feeling of you always want to immediately go, oh, it's a bug, it's a bird. But I'm like, wait. This is Mars, right?
Yeah.
They ain't got bugs and birds there, right?
Not as far as I know.
Not as far as any of us know. So the only other thing that I would go, oh, it's probably this is because we've sent a whole mess of shit up there to Mars.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It could just be one of our things.
This is Elon Musk's Tesla.
Yeah.
It's just stuck just outside of Mars. Ran out of gas.
It got caught in it's probably got like the smallest like atmosphere ever or something like that. The gravitational pull, and it's just going around just like the edge of the Earth. Dumbass.
But But yeah, I thought this was really interesting, and I thought
Yeah.
some of the land formations here too in these images are kind of intriguing. Like mountains and stuff, can
These-
happen, but like this right here kind of looks like erosion from like water
Yeah.
or something at some point in time. The way it like runs through.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a tectonic thing. Like
Yeah,
it
or
looks
like wind. It could be wind, but that it just I just thought it was interesting, and it catching two images in in the atmosphere, and maybe it's dust on the lens, maybe it's a speck. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It could be anything, but
it could be just something that had been flying by or something like that.
I 100% for me
Yeah.
the Mars images will never not be interesting. It blows my mind that we've got a thing up there and that it's sending pictures and messages back to Earth.
Yeah.
I love looking at the pictures, like seeing the environment, all of that shit. It's so cool to me.
The scariest thing in the world that I've ever heard in my entire fucking life is what, like, I think it's the sound of Saturn or something like that. Like there's like or it was that, and there was another one of a meteor or something like that, an asteroid that they had taken like a short like audio clip of when it was passing by or something, and it was just sounds like hell.
Yeah.
It sounds so terrifyingly crazy and and supernatural. Like it is indescribable. So I can't imagine what it would be like on Mars or anything. And I also and my skeptic brain goes, I feel like these are possibly, I think they're definitely heavily edited. Almost all of the photos that come out of NASA are heavily edited.
Yeah.
But I want to see unedited, and I want to see like a clip of it.
Yeah.
I would like to see video if possible.
Yeah, I want to see whatever this bird looking thing is.
Yeah.
But I do love the top comment on this post is if we have better photo quality for UAPs on Mars than we do on Earth in 2026.
I was going to bring that up because it gets crazy to think that that's it also it could be doctored. We're taking this. I always go by this. It's a crazy if true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
If this is not doctored or faked in any way, then I would say this is pretty crazy in the sense that speculation wise.
For sure.
Because either it's another alien thing. If it is, I feel like if it was just our things, if ours are things, was this released by NASA?
Yeah.
And do they have an explanation for it? Do you know?
Nope.
Okay, yes.
But
Like, I mean, like
just,
they're not. Are they even acknowledging that there is a thing in there?
Nope. It just says this image was taken by Right Navigation Camera on board NASA's Mars rover on Sol 2433 on June 10th, 2019.
Oh, so this was part of the disclosure.
No, this was not. This was just an image that NASA released.
Oh, so they're trying to do their own disclosure.
Probably.
They're trying to take. They're like, James Franco, really? Fuck off, man.
Yeah. God damn it! I thought we got rid of this guy.
What if he ends up being the number one guy and we're just totally? He's like, no, I told you.
He's he's what Tom DeLonge wishes he was this whole time.
Yeah, where's Tom DeLonge in all this?
Yeah, playing shows.
But yeah, that is crazy interesting.
I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, that will never get boring to me. Pictures of space or other planets it will never get old.
And then here's the other end of the spectrum, right? I gave us some praise last episode and talked about us being willing to debunk. This video I immediately debunked, and I want to see if you can as well.
Okay.
This was apparently captured on a UPS cargo plane.
It's a sun glare.
A very dumb person didn't realize. I just think doesn't know that there are multiple panes in an airplane window.
Yeah.
Which causes weird reflections like this.
Well, now that looks a little different. The other one, yeah. See, that's independent of that, because the sun's not even hitting the thing anymore.
Well, right, but they're banking. So the sun is the way it looks like the sun is in front of them.
I don't know. That at the end there, that looked a little crazy. I know I'm not trying to sound like a complete idiot or a poo-pooer. At first, it looks pretty obvious, like right there. Like you can still see the shine from the sun. And guys, if you're just listening, you can watch this on Spotify. I don't know if you can watch it on Apple yet, but Spotify and or YouTube at Pat Deucer on YouTube. GDPP. GDPP. I'll make it. I have a playlist on there and everything. But it just looks like right here. This is very, because they also kind of like, they lighten in color and then everything else. But then later on, the later picture, like right here, the sun is like, the shine is very present. And I feel like they kind of get lost in it. See, like just there.
Well, also, they're showing up again here on the left side of the window pane, right?
And
like you can see it again on the left side. Like you've got the 3 dots out here, but then you've got the dots also because airplane windows are multiple layers.
Right.
So that like an onion, or Shrek.
And they're delicious and they smell bad because
donkey.
Yeah, but see right here, right? You lose the shine. And now they feel like but you're saying they're banking. It doesn't look like they're banking.
You can tell like watch the horizon line. You can tell that the plane is starting from here to go like this.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's turning.
And that's when they then all go escape to the bottom left, which would make sense because now the sun is moving to the right side of the plane instead of the front of the plane.
Yeah, that would be something that if I saw at first, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" But then I would, you know what I mean? I think. I don't know.
I agree with you. I would be what the fuck is that?
But I do agree with you. Yeah, I think that can be pretty clearly debunked as probably just a sun glare.
Yeah. Here's another one. Greenville, South Carolina, likely a classified military project, but an incredible sight nonetheless.
Oh, this is just a picture. Okay, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Nope, just a picture. It's just 2 pictures.
But still, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
It doesn't, totally. It doesn't quite look like, from this image, it looks like it's kind of photoshopped, but once you click into it, when I look at the picture, big, I wish there was a smarter way to say that.
Bigly.
When I look at the picture more zoomed in.
Yeah.
It would take really good Photoshop skills to make this image grainy in the same way everything else is.
Yeah, the first one doesn't look like when you do look out further or whatever. Yeah. It does look like when you're not as zoomed in. Yeah, like that. Like it kind of does. But my point is whenever this stuff happens where they're like, "Oh, it could just be a military vehicle," that doesn't make me feel better either because then I'm like, "Well, what are you if you're testing it, why are you testing it over a civilian area? That's crazy. You shouldn't do that. If it is a test, what are you testing?" And like there's always been a somewhat of a distrust or like a side eye to the government. But like when you're like, "Oh yeah, we're testing shit that looks like UFOs," are you just creating it just for more? It just feels like what are you distracting us from now?
Absolutely. And it does not help that there's a Lockheed Martin facility in Greenville. So
yeah,
chances are that is what it is. Yeah. And I think sometimes, here, fun conspiracy theory. I'm going to stop sharing so we can get big for this one.
Okay.
Because I want to see what you think.
Let's zoom in on us.
I think that some of the UFOs that have been seen and published have been tests from the United States to see how people react. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think like that one in Greenville. I don't think that had any other purpose. Yeah, I think that crazy. I think they had this thing and they're like, let's see what people do with this. Yeah. Let's see how they react.
Yeah, or even
testing the waters.
And also like shit like where they're like that has a cloaking thing and like because I don't understand like what's the point of a UAP that like is like a disco ball. Like you ever seen that one where there's just like flashing lights? You're like, what does that mean? Except for just literally jingle keys. Like just somebody going, look. And it could just be muddying the waters to say like, okay, so the things you have seen have always been government planes. It's always been a weather balloon. It's always been exactly what we've been telling you. You just didn't listen. But also, it could also be the fact that they're doing that to kind of, again, like I said, muddy the waters in the sense that keep you distracted from a real one, or saying like, what would you do? I could definitely see that in that same purview to say, yes, they're just saying what would happen if you did find out what they look like.
Yeah.
Or if you did see. So like they're testing like that squid one that they have, the one that like, or the jellyfish or whatever, like shit like that is always very interesting to me because I don't understand the use of it. But yes, that would make a lot of sense. My thought was when the drones in like Jersey and stuff were happening, that was specifically they were looking for something or someone. And that's what scares me, is the fact that like something was happening that we didn't know about, we weren't being told about, and at the same time they were using these things, because any and every explanation we got for those when that was happening was because that was almost like epidemic levels.
Yeah.
When there was like drone. They're like, what is this? What is this? And they would say to the FDA, they say, well, we don't know. They'd always say, we have no idea what it is, but we know that it's not a threat.
How?
And that's the shit that was the stuff that really got frustrating to me, because I'm like, they're not even fucking trying. They don't ever try. And it just always turns out to be like, what are you doing? What are you looking for? I know that you don't think you have to answer to us, but you literally do. You have to tell us, because otherwise you're breaking you're taking our rights, and not in the sense of like guns or anything else. Like anybody that thinks a gun is going to protect you from the government, you're fucking nuts, man. Because again, they have these, and I totally buy that. All, if not every single UFO we've seen has been some kind of test or human or anything. I would totally buy that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy. Doing it right in front of us, Chris.
Man, oh man, you are not kidding.
But also, I don't know what I would like. I don't know what I would do with that information. Even if once we found out, like, what's stopping them at this point? What's stopping them to say, yeah, we've just been doing this, and you have to do what we say.
Yeah. Like, well, literally, that's all I would do if it was ever confirmed. I'd be like, all right.
Like the one time recently, have somebody storm the Capitol, and even then they just went in and just fucking put their feet on shit, and like they shot a cop.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think that if they go like, yeah, it turns out there's been so many misdirections at this point. I'm just more, maybe it's like distraction fatigue is what they're counting on.
Oh,
where they're just like, they're finally going to say, either they're finally going to tell us the truth within all of this bullshit that they've been bullshitting us, and it'll get just lost like that. Like they've been doing misinformation over the past couple of years, where they have people give real evidence and also crazy fake evidence, so that discredits their real evidence.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing. I feel like they're going like, there's absolutely no threat for these things that we don't even know what they are. It's like,
yeah,
it's mob shit. I said that last time. It's just mob shit where you're just like, don't worry about it. Look somewhere else.
We have no idea what it is, and we know that everyone's going to be perfectly okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make me feel better. So like when you go like, it's just probably just some classified UFO thing from the government, and you're like, yeah. Bad. Still bad. Still want it. I would love to be declassified. Yeah. I don't know. But that's a really good theory, and I'm sure I've thought of something similar. You know what I mean? Like why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they just fucking lie?
Yeah, I mean, it's the easiest thing to do.
That was a funny cough hiccup.
Yeah, I know. I get these things whenever I try to clear my throat. I end up getting the hiccups, and I hate it. Something that is kind of breaking news that I did just see, and I want to mention here quick, is that an Italian UAP researcher, Vincenzo Pinelli, and JD Vance are both traveling to Italy at Trump's request to be briefed on UFO issues ahead of the Seoul conference in October. Did Vance meet with noted Magenta researcher Roberto Pinotti? So apparently this was just published 7 hours ago.
Damn. Didn't Vance just wasn't he just on Rogan saying some shit about UFOs or something?
Yeah. but also saying he doesn't know some of the biggest, not Chad Daybell, but the other guy, the guy that he works with. He's I never heard of that guy. It's the #1 UFO expert.
Yeah.
God, I can't remember his name.
I can't even. I have no idea.
Not Chad Daybell.
Surprisingly enough, I did not. I haven't.
Chad
really
Daybell's
watched.
a murderer.
Oh.
What's the?
Is that for real?
Fuck. Yeah, Chad Daybell is a Mormon guy who killed his kids to send them to heaven.
Wow.
He was a cult leader.
How
but
nice
I'm thinking of Jeremy Corbell. You can see why I would get the names
okay.
mixed up.
No, I was going to say Jeremy Corbell, but I was like, there's no way that's who he's thinking of.
Yeah. The bell got me.
Okay.
I got focused on the bell.
The bell got you.
In the last name. Okay. I have a couple more before we get to the July 10th. This one was really, I thought was really good. It is maybe one of the best videos I've ever seen. One of the best pieces of video evidence I've ever seen.
Ah. Is that a street light?
I think it's the moon.
Oh, really? No way.
I think so.
Oh,
Definitely
okay.
the moon.
Okay, there we go. I was like, what the hell? That just looked like a street light. It's like he had it was does he have a really terrible camera or a kind of nice camera? It turns out it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Can you do this on your phone?
No, not this well. It's a Sony. They end up doing some sleuthing and figuring out the camera that he has.
Was there audio to this? Because I feel like that was some pretty stupid fucking commentary before that. Well, look, there's the moon. There's the moon. And then, whoa. This is pretty cool. Hold it still, though. Can we hold it still?
Well, take into consideration
how hard fake as hell to me.
How hard it is to zoom in on something you're holding, though. You know what I mean? And then find
also
it.
You're seeing possibly aliens right now. I don't know, man. This looks. It looks like a good movie clip.
It definitely reminds me of Signs, something that would have been in that movie.
The fact that he can what are you doing right now? When he goes when he's zooming into the tip of it, this is a good shot. I would work on getting this shot and stabilizing, holding, trying to, the instincts. I think the instincts with the camera person is what's bothering me the most with this video.
Well, but what you also have to consider is when you're zooming into something 50 times, right?
Yeah.
He could visibly be standing perfectly still holding it.
Yeah, but it's still
any amount of movement is going to be woof. So I'm with you.
Crazy,
it looks.
Yeah.
I'm it looks crazy, but it looks kind of fake. Here's something that I thought was very interesting, though. Is afterwards, someone found the original on the camera, and shows what it looks like. This is on the viewfinder of the camera that it was recorded on.
Yeah, and that's how you knew what kind of camera it was. And I got to tell you, he's doing as good of a job holding both cameras right now. if you guys wanted to see it double shaky, fucking check this footage out.
There's another mysterious light in this.
It's he's excited about his own work, and he's like, brother, calm down. It's great. It's great evidence. I really like it, but chill out.
Yeah.
That is. I feel like that makes it more compelling.
Yeah.
But if I may, if I can just poo-poo, just as producer poo-poo,
Sure.
you can play videos on a camera. Like you can
Yeah,
put it
if you
on a
load
memory
it on-
card and you can just play an MP4 file.
Yeah.
You know, so like it kind of goes like, yes, I do agree, but if you can show me that that's the original recording, if that's saved on the camera, that makes it a lot more compelling. But even still, oh, hey, thanks, darling.
Hi.
Dumb scene. Don't touch him. Don't ever touch him. Thank you, darling.
I mean, here's a person total nerd about things. Bye, Dom.
He said,
It's a Sony DCR SX21E. Talks about what kind of memory card it uses. Talks about its definition, its resolution, 57 times optical zoom, and then an 1800 times digital zoom. And then
I agree.
yeah. But
yeah,
I just think it's I
Yes,
think it's interesting.
it is
that
very
the guy was able
compelling.
to, and someone else is like, this could all absolutely, this camera could take this footage. Not saying it's not what you said, that someone loaded it onto a memory card, put it in the camera, and is playing from the viewfinder.
Yeah.
But someone is saying, absolutely, this camera is capable of this type of recording.
Right. Yeah, I when I see stuff like that, I go like my immediate thought is when it looks so real that it like I kind of when it looks too real. It's like when you ever seen like high def TV, like super duper high def TV, not just 4K, but where like I don't even know. I think it's like real look or real. I can't think of the
every
setting.
TV has its own setting. That's
Right.
one thing that's stupid. They all have their name for it. I call it soap opera mode because it makes everything looks like it's the soap opera.
That's exactly what I say. It's like when I walked into a rent-a-center once, and they were playing Avatar on one of those TVs, and I was just like, it looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks
It
terrible.
looks like it does look. It doesn't look. If I'm watching a movie, I wanna watch like something that looks like cool and like not. I don't want to look like I'm watching a reality show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to actually see like the actors.
No, I want it to
choices.
look like a movie. I don't want your upscaling or whatever you
Right.
think it should look like. I want it to look like how it was meant to look.
I don't want it to feel like real time. Like that's not something
Yeah.
that I need. So when it looks like so good, I kind of go like, well, I don't know, this could be fake. And
Yeah.
and the ways that I do appreciate when people try to prove it, but they're just like, look, it's just, and like, yeah, you can just play that. You can just put that on a card or even save it to the actual like camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So see, she woke him up. God damn it! I was trying to spill my coffee.
This I'm not going to go through this because it's just so much shit, but I did go through it on my own, and I think it's very interesting if someone wants to go into it. If you go to this hyperlink, which you can see in the video share right now.
Wait,
but
are you sharing?
Oh, I'm not.
No.
I caught the pat. But it's hypergrid.systems/ward.gov info dash UFO dash viewer, so on and so forth. It takes all of the files in the disclosure that happened on actually all of it so far, and created essentially like microfiche, a digital microfiche of it, so you can go through all of the pictures or all of the videos frame by frame. You can go through all of the documents that have been uploaded.
Show us the documents.
You can tab out and skip ahead to certain things. It's just a really handy, if you're interested in diving deep into what was released.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting resource to have.
Yeah, send that if you could send that to me in our chat or something like that. Just and then that way I'll put that in the description of the show.
but it's very cool. It has, like I said, all of the text documents.
And if you
can
find
go
something
through-
that you think is crazy interesting that maybe was overlooked or Chris didn't see or something like that, if you want to read all those goddamn words,
yeah,
also some cool,
these are
animations or something. What is that?
yeah, these are digital renderings that the government did based on people's personal stories.
Hey, just wasting our fucking money, man.
So if you want to get angry about what they're doing with taxpayer dollars, you can look at these
That's
couple of
crazy.
images.
Look, see, look, that's like if the moon was like on a mountain right there. They're shitty at it too, but that is very compelling. I would say it looks so crazy real, that last video, that it's like maybe, yeah, if you can, you don't have the link still. It's all right. We can figure it. We'll put the hyperlink in, but if you can,
I can bring it back up.
No, I'm saying no. If you can just send those to me later.
Oh,
then
yeah,
I'll put
I
those
can-
in. Yeah.
I'll send you all the links on Instagram.
Okay. Cool.
Here's another one. This is from Face the Nation, an official CBS News show. No free ads.
Bro, get premium, bro. That's a write off. If you use it on podcast,
Yeah,
it's a write off,
true.
bro.
I should. So
That wasn't judgment. I wanted you to know that was not judgment.
yeah, I appreciate that. This here is nearly 30-minute video CBS put out of like just the highlight reel of the most recent disclosure
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, I like this.
So it's got videos of like the new stuff.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can.
that goddamn fucking compass guy's back. The starfish compass fella. And again, this is the shit that everybody's talking about. Is all of these where it's like super grainy, super weird. It's like the weapons recording, like the weapon camera recording. The either it's thermo or it's night vision or it's fucking grainy.
This one for me is the one that blew my dick off. This to me is the craziest one in all of the disclosure
Is that
stuff.
glowing? That little glowing dot? Is that the thing?
Nope.
Okay, I was gonna say.
That is a something that they're inspecting, like they're looking at. But you'll see here in a second.
Oh yeah. See, that's another one where that looks like fucking like
I have this one as a standalone.
It looks like CBS graphics. But like it's also like that is a compelling thing. Also, all the redacted shit all around it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, right?
I didn't even realize that before.
So this
Okay, yeah, there we go.
whatever the red thing is too,
I think it's
I don't know if it's like a
Gengar.
tracking thing.
That might be Gengar.
Oh, it could. That is kind of what it looks like. You're right. Or Haunter, maybe.
It could be Haunter.
But
Yeah.
the way it comes in. Oh,
Oh, god damn it.
how do I do frame by frame? Control.
Maybe just hit the arrow. You are definitely asking the wrong person. Oh, there's Gengar. Yeah, it's like crazy that it's super fat and then it goes whoop.
It hits the top of the screen and it goes. Shoo! It becomes super small. This to me was the most interesting one for sure.
You don't think
that I
bug?
saw.
You don't think bug or bird?
I think it could potentially be. I would need to know how high in the air this camera is.
Right. Well, I think this one. I think I think a lot of these I was hearing are from space. So are there bugs and birds in space?
They're not bugs or birds.
What
in
if
space.
this was? What if this was like the alien version of a bug or bird? But it was like it was way close to the lens in space, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh no! It almost hits it. That's funny.
Yeah, I just think that this one is very cool because it's like it's the one that they're sharing that is a weird kind of grainy-ish. This one was crazy too. I remember this. The ship is like right over there.
Yeah.
And then
There's
one.
just
Yeah.
that white dot like zoom in.
Okay, so this is where my what is it? My dilemma is, right?
Yeah.
Is like the government. See, this is pretty good footage of like
The
what
way
is
it's
that?
tracking it is impressive.
Right. But is the government saying we don't know what this is, we obviously categorize. Like, you would think that they would go through, is this bug or bird? But this is like where it's just right under the redacted part.
Yeah.
But like, this is a thing where you're like, where military personnel, like, I'm not discounting, because the people that are at the helms of these things are like, what the hell was that? Or looking at that, pilots are like, their personal experiences and stuff, and they're actually going through the, like, tracking it like that and going like, because it would be concerning to them, and it is important to them to know if this is a threat or not.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're not saying what this, or they're saying that they have no idea what this is, also is.
Yeah.
But then my dilemma is also, the government is saying that.
I think, to me too, what makes this some of the most compelling footage so far, is that they switch from like the night vision, like the black and white, the thermal mode, to regular right here, to see if the thing still shows up, and it does, and then they jump back to the thermal mode.
Yeah.
I just thought that was very intriguing, that they, like, the guy clearly in charge is like, I gotta check something real quick.
And I will say, he's doing this with his eyes. He's like closing one eye, going like, oh, yeah.
It's
It's
definitely not a floater.
I'm gonna close this. It's not a floater. It's not a bug or bird. And the fact that the concerning thing is, all of them are seen from all over the world, and they're all within crosshairs. Like, hey, what are we doing?
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say, that's something that enough people are talking about, is what is all this footage from that there are crosshairs in it? Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah. Look,
is it from a weapon?
They're in Mumbai. You're like, why do we have crosshairs in why we got crosshairs in Mumbai? Can you tell me that? Yeah, I think this is very interesting. And I'll say this. I know I said this earlier with the NASA pictures. I know that NASA pictures are edited because they want to zhuzh them up. They need to make them look. They know that most of us simpletons aren't going to just look at a picture of blobs and go like, whoa. They need to make it like pretty for us. That's fine, whatever. I don't think any of the government ones have been doctored, aside from the redacting. Like I don't, so
it doesn't seem to be.
Right. But it's one of those things of like, I don't know if they're lying about knowing what it is. I don't know if they're lying about, I feel like there's a lie. There's a lie somewhere in here.
Yeah.
And it could be they knew what this was the whole time, and this is just how they're choosing to release it. But this just, even in our dumb minds, this just, I can compute this. This doesn't feel like something you need to hide from me. It just seems like a drone. It's around the same time as the drone craze, where they're flying all over the place.
Now it starts artifacting like crazy. But yeah, you're right. It just very much, it looks like a drone.
Yeah, so like this is not a break my brain thing.
No.
I feel like they could have showed this in the first like couple drops.
I think what's interesting too is how long this is.
It's very long, and also
been following it for a very long time.
It just feels like this goes back to my theory where I think aliens have been here the whole time. They're just in the water. Yeah. And it's pretty obvious that like most of the things, because it goes back to my genetic, and it doesn't mean that they're not existing or not working above, like on land and shit.
Yeah.
They're still doing genetic tests and stuff, but how do you explain most of the things in the sea?
Yeah.
Why do killer whales not attack humans in the wild?
True.
You know, they're aliens.
This is their ships. This is a drone that they sent up to survey. They said, "What the fuck are those crosshairs,
bro?" I wonder if the reason.
Lost it. He's trying to find it again.
Yeah, now
lost it again.
Oh, I wasn't ready for it to zigzag. Like, I think the main thing. Hold on, I'm just writing down. We got crosshairs everywhere. No, I think the main thing is like, sorry. I just went on a quick mini fun theory of that is a UAP. Like the reason that killer whales don't attack humans in the wild is because they see what we're capable of on land.
Yeah, they know we've got crosshairs on them at all times.
Yeah, we got crosshairs, and also you want us to take you out of here and put you in a fucking tank? Boy?
Yeah, we'll do it. You want to be the next Talkin?
They're like, no. We'll just eat these shark livers.
Wear little salmon hats,
Bro, orcas. If you're not looking into most sea life, like Dom and I just watched this fucking documentary about them, and most of the stuff I already knew, but she was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." they could live up to like 80 years old. They like speak their own languages in each pod. They don't like the things that should fear them, that don't fear them, the ways they hunt, the way they learn, they're very matriarchal, I think. You know what I mean? Like there's so many interesting things about them that are like I started to go, I wonder if evolution wise, like dinosaurs or humans or whatever it was didn't necessarily die. They just they turned into whales. You know, we kind of wallied and because it's so crazy that past civilizations they were completely wiped out. But were they?
Well, so that is a fun concept though, right? Of like, if evolution is true, right? Monkeys eventually became man.
Yeah.
Is there a sea equivalent that all evolved into orcas, which are, the most humanistic?
They have the most
sea animals.
The most like they have. They mourn.
Yeah,
like, not a ton of animals like mourn like they do, where like for like days, weeks, sometimes like they have emotion, like very complex and important like emotions and communications and like abilities. I wonder if past civilizations DNA was not altered by the aliens living in the water.
Yeah.
And then whales are actually just one of the most successful genetic engineering accomplishments from them. As just like a Bigfoot or Jesus. Oh no, Jesus was technically a failure, but
here's the
his biggest thing
compass.
Could walk on water. Why would they even bother?
True.
Sorry.
No. Okay, so this to me looks like something looking down at the water, and this is just like a ship reflecting the sun.
This is our old friend the starfish again.
Yeah. I stand by. I think it's just a lighting artifact. I think it's just the light is hitting it in a certain way that it's making.
Like the ship thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, this is the jellyfish fella, right?
Yep.
Like stuff like that, where you're like, why design a ship to look like a jellyfish if you're not like of the jellyfish people? Let's make it funner,
Yeah. Jellyfish are another weird one too. They're very. I know we talked previously about how I think octopuses are the closest.
Yeah.
I think jellyfish are up there.
Bro, the oarfish is just crazy looking. Like, why do most of these things exist? The Dumbo octopus, the fucking box jellyfish, all the way down to the man-o-war, all of them are like just blobby organisms that are alive. They have feelings. They have defense mechanisms. They eat. I don't know if they sleep. They just kind of like, it's so strange that like we go, oh my God, we found a little bit of water on Mars. We are covered in water here.
Yeah.
and it's teeming with things that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like they don't make sense. I feel like we're just ignoring the fact that is a thing. Why look somewhere else? This is a crazy one.
This is the most confusing part of the jellyfish one to me is like it's following it for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly it just is it the same footage when it just zooms out and it looks like it's just like
the water or this.
Like
no, because like this is what I was telling you about. This is the one from space.
Yeah.
This is above our orbit. So this is the cloud. This is like just looking above like this is.
So they're trying to see if they can still see it.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, and spoiler alert, you can't.
Yeah.
Or I can't. I don't know.
I don't see it.
And then he's like, "Fuck, I don't know where it is."
God damn it! I'm never gonna find it again.
Damn it. Or maybe that was the time that it was like, bye. But this is UAP East China Sea 2005. Yeah, that one's an interesting one. I always love that too when they always go like, all right, back to looking at the clouds.
Well, lost that one. Let's see if there's anything over here.
But it's also the craziest like surveillance that we have all over. We got crosshairs in
Me too.
this is Eastern US 2020. See, if most of this footage was from like 2020 or 2019 or 2020 and 2021, I would go, "Oh, that's pretty interesting." That would correlate with lockdown and with them being like, "Oh shit, there's a bunch of shit going on. We don't know what's going on. Get in your house."
Yeah.
You're going to get sick. Go 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 go. Don't look up.
Yeah, this
This one's back to shit. Yeah, they did not release this in the correct order cuz this is back to being like bullshit ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a really fast thing and I don't know and it's night vision and it's grainy. Yeah. These are the not as interesting ones.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Yeah, let's find the humps.
Yeah.
The lovely YouTube humps.
Oh, here's the big one.
Check it out.
And then I have another one about this one.
All right.
Did you see this one?
Oh, yeah. Is this the one that looks like almost like
The
a video
mothership?
game? Yeah.
Yeah. It matches the description of a 4chan post in like
Yes, I did see this.
2007.
Yeah. This
the
is
hammer.
the Atlantic Ocean 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. This zooming is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. It looks like a video game boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
And then the rest is just like people, a bunch of jagoffs talking about it.
Yeah, fuck those guys. Yeah, this is an interesting one.
So here's a debunking of it though, Pat.
Oh. Okay.
The government stretched their video of it to make it look more distorted. The video on the left is what it actually looks like.
Oh. So wait, on the left is the real one. So wait, why is that debunked?
Well, because
does that make it
I guess
different
not
thing?
necessarily debunked, but it shows that they altered the footage.
Right.
And people are talking about how this actually looks like a weather balloon. This is what like atmospheric balloons look
yeah,
like.
I guess I didn't understand that part of it.
That's what they look like under thermal imaging.
Okay. So yeah. So wait, so wouldn't you be more nervous about it being incompetence?
No, because I assume that there's incompetence.
Okay.
Like I don't think incompetence is super concerning because like they're humans. They will be incompetent. It's
you think
inevitable.
This went through the filter of like, is this a fuck up or were we trying to doctor footage?
I think it was them trying to sensationalize parts of the footage. And I think they saw the original image and they were like, this doesn't look weird. It just looks like...
that goes against the other theory where we're talking about where they're just trying to slow roll this to like let us figure out how we react. So like, why would they...
No, so I think that picture we saw was from 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I think previously they were doing things to be like, let's see what people do with this. And I think we've now gotten so desensitized.
My mouse, the mouse just started moving on the screen, and I thought it was my mouse, and I was like, my mouse isn't moving. Oh my god!
I think no, you're good. I think that's so funny.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good. No, I think that 10 years ago, they were testing us to say, do they run with it? Do they believe this person? How are people reacting? Does this person now just go away and hide in shame because they posted a video and said that they saw this alien craft, blah, 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 like all that stuff?
Yeah.
And I think that now disclosure is happening and they're releasing this stuff because I believe I said it before, maybe in our first episode or something, but I think this is the only way that Trump's team is feeling like he can end up getting positive like polling.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, right? It used to be a president starts to go negative in polls, and then there's a war, and now that president is loved. And I think that I think society widely, both Democrats and conservatives alike, no longer are as interested in war as they were previously.
Right.
And I think that actually now, I think what the war in Iran showed strongly is that that's actually a way to lose people, and you're polling to go worse.
Yeah.
So then Trump's advisors were like, okay, well, how can we make the people like you? And how can we have this second term be memorable?
Yeah.
And the second term is going to be memorable because he is going to be the president that released everything we had on aliens.
Have you seen the recent?
Because the other option is the Epstein files, and he's not releasing those.
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, and he's got to get, and he can't do the Kennedy thing because that'll implicate Israel.
Yeah,
and he'll be fucked. So yeah,
Exactly.
he's got to go. He can't do Epstein files or that. He's got to go straight to aliens because he's like, this is fun, and they're like, actually, there's a lot of like.
Well, and the downside, right, is that people
we kind of made a deal that they could do research. They could test on our people, and
even if that's the case, right, where this is fucking him,
yeah,
is that we don't care about aliens anymore because we have gone so far in the last 10 years. If he would have done disclosure in his last presidency, it would have been a big deal.
Yeah,
doing it now. The consensus widely is that, yeah, aliens exist and people aren't like...
We're not that concerned with it.
It's not a like crazy
like,
woo-woo thing anymore.
It's like gay
right?
marriage.
Like people are like, no, they're there.
Yeah. It's like where they're just like, yeah, okay, people get married. We don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense, but it is silly. The abortion thing is still around.
Well, that's because it's got religious connotations.
Yeah, the gay thing is like, hey, do your thing, man.
Well,
like,
yeah,
the funniest thing is there's so many gay religious people, or there's like people that are gay and religious, but they also go like, there's again, we talk about the loopholes where they're like, no, we don't have any problem with gay people, but it's like if you act on your gay impulses, that's the problem. And it's
hate
like,
the sinner, not the sin.
That's so it's like, so there's been plenty of adjustments on that. I do, but I wish they could kind of figure out the abortion thing. I will say that's true because at this point, I think it's too little too late. I don't even think that's going to... So, like, now they're even like, well, what do we give them with disclosure? Like, how much do we actually disclose? Because how far... We know that people... Not everybody are going to... We're not a big educated world.
Yeah.
We're not necessarily going to go through everything. So, if you did just dump all of it, I think that would have been a good way to just go like, okay, it's out there. And then that way, all of the stuff that's being shared is going to be shared by people, and then people won't trust it anymore.
Yeah, and I think that part of what's so telling about they realize that people aren't that concerned with the alien disclosure stuff is them like how quickly they tried to spin it into like the evangelical route. Like, this isn't aliens, these are angels and demons, people. That's what this is.
That's the interesting thing. Yeah.
That to me is the ultimate proof that they were like, they released the stuff initially and they were like, oh, people aren't impressed by this because most people believe in aliens now.
Yeah.
So now we need to radicalize evangelicals who don't believe in aliens to say this isn't aliens.
Yeah.
This is proof that there's demons.
Yeah.
And that the angels are here to stop them.
It's the counter. It would be what I would think it would clarify, and it would go, oh, okay, so it turns out all of the people that thought that were writing about angels and gods and all this other stuff were actually talking about aliens.
Yeah.
That would go, that's the thing, is if like aliens existing makes sense because of all of the like that's how we got religion, that's all this other stuff. But people are going like, now that the aliens aren't in hiding or aren't not they're as invisible as possible, then people are going to worry that if disclosure can bring discontent because of the religious factor of it, of proving that religion isn't real, and that's what people are. I think that being why their slow rolling disclosure makes sense, because they're hoping that it might not be, oh, by the way, so the burning bush is actually, it was a UAP.
Yeah.
You know, like this, like the aliens, how they do this, like the theories about like the Nephilim or giants and other things, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, all right, well,
not just that, but there's also the whole, like, you know, you can reckon with the religions on earth being wrong because God made us all in his image and then we had free will, right? But where aliens fly in the face of the Christian faith is like, if God made humans in his image, what the fuck did he do?
The fuck is aliens?
Yeah. If did he make them too?
Right.
And if he did, why did he not make them in his image, but he did us?
Right. And just overall, like it makes more sense to say religion and everything was just a mistaken for aliens, you know, for humans, or being able, or just the fact that we were created by. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't really matter. I think we've talked about this, and this is why I think we do the shows that we do are so fulfilling for us.
Yeah.
Is because we share the mentality of like, we don't even care anymore. We just want to know.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Like if the government's been lying to us the whole time and this is the Matrix, or if we're doing the fucking, we were alien gen, I don't fuck it. My life day to day will not change.
It continues to be the exact same.
I can vow to you, there will be no action on my part. I will not rise up. I probably might not even stand up. I might just go, sip my coffee and play a fucking video game.
Yeah.
Because that's what you created me for. Like, if anything, it's not even saying like, just because if you come out and you make this declaration, I don't want a declaration. I don't want to be told what everything is anymore. I need to know.
Yeah.
That's my point is I know that no matter what I'm being told isn't completely true. Mm-hmm. And that's whatever. That's fine. At this point, I'm used to it.
Yeah, we got enough women in our lives, right?
But at this point, I just want to know, because like I'm tired of hearing speculation. I'm tired of living through speculation. It's not fun real time to go through, you know, a 9/11. But like once you go through the back, you're like, well, there's a lot of shit here, huh? This is crazy. But if you're experiencing live, it's just a tragedy. So like us living through this shit, it sucks. But at the end of all of this, I think it's going to be very interesting what ends up shaking out, or anything. I'm just excited to know that, like, if that's a alien ship, cool. If that's it doesn't mean I can't do anything about it.
No matter what the answer is, it has zero effect or change on my life. I just like knowing things.
Right. Yeah. It's a, no matter what, I'm not in a position where I can make any kind of change. Mm-hmm. So just knowing would at least go like, that's the problem with the masses. is the fact that not everybody, it's the same thing with traffic, and it's the same thing as everything else. You don't have, it's not up to you. It's everybody's individual reaction. So somebody like, I'm sure like grandparents or parents or something like that, if that news came out, they're like, oh yeah, so the whole Jesus thing, that was actually he was a gray alien, and there was this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, if they explained it the way that it actually happened, or if it did happen separately or anything, this I'm going to correlate everything. Here's what happened with the flood. Here's what happened with the thing. Here's what everything was written about. Mm-hmm. Or it was all written by the aliens and given to them. It doesn't matter. It could crush so many people.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But for you and me, it's just like,
Yeah.
That's the most you'd get out of us. Like,
no, I don't know, Pat. I think a little bit. If they came out and they were like, so actually Jesus was an alien the whole time, you a little bit would be like, I fucking told you.
Yeah. I would have that. I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't twiddle my thumbs.
Would become different. Your life would become different.
Yeah, it would become even more insufferable to deal with. It'd just be like, oh, who you been playing to, E.T.? Oh, you want to hang out with Alf too? Yeah, insufferable Pat would not I wouldn't hold it against anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
It's family.
it's interesting. Yeah, for sure. I think it's also interesting to like thinking all the way to the end, right? Is like, I don't know if I'd believe him even if we got a news bulletin,
Right, exactly.
like an emergency broadcast, and it was like Donald Trump, JD Vance, whoever standing on a stage with an actual alien who says, "Hey,
Bleep
my
bloop.
name is my name is Blorb.
Yeah.
We've been here for a real long time. Sorry,
Yeah.
we've been messing with you.
We want to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
Part of me would still be like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Is at this point, and this is the sad realization I have, right? That is no matter what, this is the comfort I find in having no control. Is the fact that I know that even the only way that you could convince me, possibly, would be if you gave me a little fucking Men in Black little beep bloop, or you put neurons in my brain, or you put the thoughts into my head. But then I would just go, if I had any ability to logic after that, I would go, oh well, you just used the super weapon to beam that thought into my head.
Yeah,
There is no answer. Or you just put that information in my head and I accept it, and which means you absolutely have 100% control over me.
Yeah.
Which also changes. Either way, my power in this debate or existence stays exactly the same. And that's fine, guys. Can you just not exist? Yes, they keep poisoning the water and the food. That's the bad part. That's the existing part that comes hard. But
yeah.
But it's about going we can ask questions, we can look into this shit, but really the answer's not going to change a goddamn thing.
No,
ultimately.
not at all.
At all, even a little bit. So, aside from all the religious people, I think we should at least have the option to be like, hey, if you're not religious, you should be able to come into a booth and they should be like, okay, here's the fucking thing. Just don't fucking tell them. Can you just fucking be cool? We know how they are. Okay, we know how they are. Let's just fucking be cool because we don't want a revolution. We don't want them to start chopping heads off again.
What if that's what's happening in all those breastfeeding booths? I got to get in there. I got to get myself into those things.
That's still a funny explanation to tell the cop when you're arrested.
They were going to disclose to me, I swear.
I was in there for disclosure. All right, pervert. It's just a misunderstanding. Chris, I don't want to keep you too much longer because I know you got a tight butthole, but
the tightest.
Do you wanna tell anybody any closing thoughts on disclosure? This is official disclosure. Aliens exist, whether they're real or not. They do exist. Whether they're real or not, they do exist, and you have absolutely no power over yourself.
None.
You're completely helpless in life.
Yeah.
And Chris,
all of this means nothing.
Everything means nothing, so just have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't hurt
That's where I find solace is my meaning of life is to minimize the suffering of others, because that's the only thing we actually can do.
Right.
Everything else, every dollar that I've ever made is just another person's dollar. I just have it for a few minutes before I give it to someone else.
The thoughts I've had are just the thoughts that I had. I was sent somehow by something, and I'm just going to relish it and just take the credit for it. Then that's fine.
But yeah, absolutely. We should just be our only goal in life should be to make sure that other people are suffering a little less. That should be it. That should be our only. Yeah. That should be our only concern.
Yeah, as long as your actions aren't bringing suffering to someone else directly or even indirectly, I think we're doing okay. So
yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah, that's a nice way to end this.
Absolutely.
You got any plugs? Any buttholes?
I got one. Well, actually, I got two. I got this little asshole right here on this chair. Follow me at Gorky Romano on all social media. Listen to the I'm Annoyed podcast, releasing every Monday. Other than that, not too much. Pat, how about you? Where can the good people find you?
The Fhouls, you say? I think they I think they can find me on YouTube's at Pat Deuce. Gat George on Instagram. I don't really have any other social media. I really don't even want Instagram. If I'm being honest with you, I don't like Instagram. I like Instagram. I don't love Instagram.
Yeah. Well, you gotta find butt somewhere.
Yeah, it literally, that's Reddit, and that's basically where I get most of my information or social media. So, but Reddit, I don't really post a lot because I am absolutely furious with the power of autistic people on there. They abuse it, and and they turn the internet into their own personal internet, and it's so fucking frustrating. I got a picture taken down from our cats. How do you fuck that up? I posted a picture of a cat, not promoting anything, not doing it. I read the fucking community goddamn rules, and it got taken down. I hate.
Did they give you a reason why it got taken down?
Because it didn't follow community guidelines. It was like, what are you talking about, you stupid pieces of shit? It's a cat.
So dumb.
It's an adorable cat. I take great cat pictures. But
yes, you do.
Look at them on Instagram. I promote my stuff on there. And Drag the Lake podcast every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning or afternoon times for you guys. 10:30 to 12 our time.
Yeah.
So if you're on the East Coast,
11:30 to 1.
Still technically the morning show. We're Austin's only morning show. So check that out. Panties in the Mouth. That's it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Chris, we did it. We fixed it. We fixed the world again.
Solved the problem. Glad you all could be here to watch us fix everything.
No. You're welcome.
Gross.